So today, let's talk a little bit about love spells. Everyone asks about the noise in the background, so I figured I'd let you see. It's the bird. And I'm standing in my sunroom because it's the best light I've got in the house. But just wanted you to be able to see what's making all that squawky noise today. Anyway, love spells. Best done on a Friday in a new moon cycle. And the reason for that is that new moon means new beginnings. So if you want a new love or a renewed love, it needs to be during a new moon. This can be as complicated or as simple as you want it. Now, if you're one that likes rituals and ritualistic spells that help you get in the mood and help you feel like that helps you raise your energy, then that's fine. And I did that when I first started practicing, and then I just got lazy because I realized that the magic was in me. It wasn't in all those props. So I didn't need to do all that. So if I teach you a spell, it's going to be a very simple one. So we'll just get that straight from the beginning. So I'm not going to tell you a specific spell. That's up to you. Because if you rhyme, it helps you with the energy, that rhyme, that cadence. And you want to rhyme so that you can chant that spell. And that's just my advice. That's what I found has worked best for me. You do you. Your magic, your rules. Okay? Just giving you my advice. That's what I have found to work. I'll write a spell, do a simple little rhyme, and then I'll chant it. And chanting helps you raise the power, raise the vibration. Okay? Now the love spell that I did, that brought me my husband, it took a while. Okay? I did the spell and I met him probably 2 to 3 years later. So be prepared for the universe to take its time to weave things around so that you come together as you're supposed to. Now, I wouldn't have met my husband if I had expected it to be instant. Or I would have broke him up from his current situation, okay, his current marriage. So he was in a marriage. It went okay for a while, and during the time that I cast this spell, his marriage was fine. And then within that 2 to 3 year period that took between the time I cast the spell and I met him and we were brought together by the universe, his relationship deteriorated. His wife decided she didn't want to be in the marriage anymore, and first they separated and then they divorced. So that had to take time to happen, okay? So just know that if you cast a spell and you don't get results instantaneously, whatever kind of spell it is, whether it's love or money or job or house or whatever, it's because the universe has to make things work just as they should. So be patient. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing and that it will take care of you. We are children of the gods. We are part gods ourselves because everything's all connected, okay? We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so we have every right to that love, that house, that car, that money, that job, whatever it is. We have every right to that. And once you realize that in your mind and you believe it in your heart, the sky is the limit. And you'll never worry about your situation again. Just trust in the universe that it will happen and you'll get what you need, okay? So what I did is I sat down, and it took a long time for me to get this exactly right. And I want you to take a long time in it as well, because you have to be very specific and you have to be very detailed. And if you leave out a detail, it'll bite you in the ass every single time, because the universe works on simple rules. A straight line to what you need, a straight line to what you want. Okay, the easiest way to get you what you want or what you think you want. And so if you say, I want him to be tall, but you don't say specifically how tall, well, what is tall? What does that mean? To the universe, that could be 5'7", or it could be 7'2". Be specific. If you want him to have a certain color hair, or her, let's not be sexist. If you want your specific partner to have a certain color hair, or if you don't care, say you don't care. If you want them to be kind and loving and generous, be specific in how kind, how loving, how generous, because you may ask for those things and then you get a doormat that lets everybody walk on them and take advantage of them. You see where I'm going with this. Be detailed and be specific, and don't leave anything out. So take your time and really think about it and word it correctly, and then write it all down. That's what I did. I just wrote it all down, until I had a very long list. Okay? And then I lit my red candle, because red is for love and for passion and passionate love. And I did it on a new moon and on a Friday. And I recited my spell and I listed everything that I wanted. And then what I chose to do is, it just happened to be very, very windy during the night that I cast the spell. So when I was done with it, I tore up the spell into little bitty pieces and I went outside and I released them, and I just let them just flow into the wind. You could burn it, you could flush it, you could put it in a stream or a river or waterway. Now remember, when you flush, you're putting it in that waterway. It's just a different waterway, okay? So those are all means of getting rid of your spell remnants. You could bury it into the earth. You could tear it up and stick it down into a potted plant. That puts it into the earth, into the soil. So just think of all these things. And like I said, be patient, be specific, be detailed. Do not try to change anyone's free will. Do not ask for a specific person, because that person may not be right for you. You may not be right for that person. You may make them miserable. They may make you miserable, which would be even worse, right? Because it's all about me, right? It's all about me. So just be ethical, especially in love spells. Remember free will. Don't call for anyone specific. Don't say, I have to have my ex come back to me, because they're an ex for a reason, okay? Or don't say you want some specific person that you think is really nice. They may not be right for you. Use those terms. I want this person to be like this. I want them to like these things. I want them to be fill in the blank. Okay, but don't list a specific person, because that karma is not worth it, guys. It really isn't. And you'll just be miserable in the end. Okay? So if there's anything else you want me to talk about, give me some comments down below. Give me some ideas so that I fill this channel with things that you really want to watch. All right? Have a good day.